All right, what is up? It's your boy Lord Tango down here in Bikini Bottom, and I'm here to review the new update with my full honest opinion. So let's just get the elephant out of the room real quick that a lot of people are complaining about that I also agree with. All right, we're just gonna move past this quickly. This is not good. I stand on this bad, so I think they should not do this anymore. Like, don't be adding more exclusive units and stuff behind the paywalls. It's $100 for this. Let's not do that. Very bad idea. It's not good. Anyways, besides that, I have a really big complaint real quick also. As you guys see here, it says, heads up, your current membership will expire on September 11th. Whoa, okay, let's ignore the date. But anyways, my membership is, I canceled my membership, but if any of you know how memberships work, you still have your benefit to the membership until it expires, okay? But as you see here, if I hit Crew Plus, I can't click on collecting my rewards, even though I still have the benefit and it's not expired yet. So that is a really, really bad bug or glitch, and maybe just overlooked that feature being a thing. But Zach devs, that would be nice fix, pretty please. Anyways, let's move on to the actual update, the rafting update. So as you can see, if you click at the top right here, it tells you everything here, and I'm going to be going over it right now. So if you go over here, you can see there's a mystery market and a crafting table or crafting stove. In the mystery market, it refreshes every 10 minutes. As you see, there's a bunch of items that you can purchase for gem, which is very good. I like this. Now, if you walk over here to crafting, you can see you can craft a lot of stuff, and you can click this little speed boost to actually skip the crafting, but it's like a lot of Robux, so I don't recommend skipping. Just let it do its thing. Anyways, if you click material finder, you can see all of the crafting materials and where you can find them. So you can see this all, you can get all these from story, you can all these from challenges, all these from raids, and all these from the mystery market. You can just purchase all these in the mystery market. It comes up randomly, refreshes every 10 minutes, as I said before. But how do you get the ones in story? Well, if you hover over them, it tells you Krusty Krab at the last sentence there. This comes from the Chum Bucket, the Rock Bottom, Sandy Streetome, Con Street, and Jellyfish Fields. You look at challenges, Patty Vault, the Mrs. Puff Boating School, Dutchman Ship, and Sweet Christmas, or Street Christmas, my bad. And then the raids, this is from the Murmur Layer, this is from Dunces and Dragons, and this is from Bubble Bowl. So that's how you get all of them. It's a guaranteed drop every time you do it. Rim and I are working on our website, are working on a sheet for the website, so go ahead and check the website in the description below. We will have the sheet up and working very soon on everything about the crafting update, on the materials, the recipes, and everything. So that will be up soon. Anyways, let's get to what you can craft. You can craft unit food, and this is really good unit food, by the way. This jellyfish jelly feeds 25,000 unit food, which is a lot. Then we have Sponge Popsicle, which is 50,000 unit XP, which is a lot more. And then we have Holographic Meatloaf, which is 250,000 XP. This is really good food. The hardest thing to get is the evil cores, but honestly, if you can farm the shop refreshing, you can get a lot of these and get a lot of unit XP. And the corroded circuits come from Chum Bucket, which a lot of people already macro anyways, so you'll have a lot of these anyways. So I do recommend making these and farming these if you want to get a bunch of food. Now let's get on to unit relics. You can only have one per unit relic. I have no idea how it works. So for example, I don't know if you put Anchor Arms 1 on and then you want to put Power Patty on after, you just can't do it because it already has one on. You can't override it. I'm not sure yet, so be careful. I'd recommend test on one of your weak units beforehand and not waste it on a powerful unit, and then turns out you can't override it with a better relic. Anyways, this is a tier system. Anchor Arms boosts your unit's damage from 5% to 10% to 15%. Turbo Tartar does the same percentage increase, but for speed attack from 5, 10 to 15. And then Scope Shell does the exact same, but for range from 5, 10, and to 15. And then how do you craft these? As you can see, it's not that bad, but it takes an hour to craft just the tier 1 of each of these. An hour, an hour, and an hour. And you need 2 of these to craft into tier 2, as you can see here. And it takes 3 hours to craft this. So 2 hours, because you need to craft 2 of these into this, which is 3 hours, so 5 hours. And then you need 2 of these to put into the tier 3, so 6 hours. So this is actually 6 hours, so now 8 hours. And then to craft into this one is another 6 hours, so 14 hours for an entire tier. So it takes a total of 14 hours of crafting to get to tier 3 and craft the tier 3. And then you have to craft all 3 tiers So that'll take a total of 42 hours crafting to tier 3 of all these for all the relics. And then the final, which is power patty, you have to have one of each, 5 secret sauces, and it'll take 12 hours. But it boosts all stats of a specific unit by 25%. This is insanely good. So this is something people should definitely farm and work towards. It's really good, and I recommend everyone doing this. Next, we have the units, which they've already gone over in their videos, so I recommend just watching their videos on the units. Krabby Crew. Moving on, we have the mounts. We have the Bikini Bottom Bus, which is actually pretty cheap to make, and it looks pretty neat. I haven't seen it in game yet, but it's pretty cool. And the next, we have the Flying Dutchman ship, which you use the Mega token, the Hunt token, and the Treasure map for in order to craft it. As you can see, I'm making it right now. 30 minutes left. I'll actually show what it looks like on screen now. Then we have player progression. You can buy plus 100 unit storage for anyone that wants more storage, is running out of storage, instead of actually, so now this is craftable instead of buying with Robux. I highly recommend this. You can buy open 10 chests, which is very cheap to make also. You can get Shiny Hunter and Wumbo Hunter. These do take a little bit, 2 hours, 4 hours, but still, if you don't have these and you're free to play, this is very helpful and honestly pretty cool. Next, you can make golden trait rerolls and magic conchas, which I don't recommend crafting these. These are kind of just bad. You can make chests by fusing them. So 10 rares goes into 1 epic, and then 10 epic goes into 1 legendary, and then 10 legendary goes into 1 mythic. But I don't recommend this because the higher rarity chest doesn't give you a better chance of getting a secret chest. The more chests you have, the better chance you have, because you have more chests rather than less. The actual rarity doesn't change the chance of leveling up to a secret chest. Next, you can get boosts. So you get 2 times gem, 2 times coins, 2 times faction points, and 2 times XP from all materials that come from the story mode. So these are really easy to farm and get. And then 2 times challenge token, which you get the materials from the challenges themselves. Really good. So you're farming them anyways. You can just continuously feed into the farm and boom, 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 and rotate into 2 times over and over and over. This is really good actually. So if you're going to be farming challenges, challenge tokens, this is something you definitely be buying, and it only takes 5 minutes. And on top of that, don't forget to get your alt accounts or friends in a party to get that sweet party boost that they added from my recommendation, of course. Lastly, we have special, which you can make the shiny aura. As you can see, it's kind of expensive but not too pricey, and it takes 24 hours to make. Then you make this Wumbo belt, which takes 48 hours to make, which is kind of pricey but not really, which you can then make in a shiny Wumbo potion, which takes 72 hours to make. That's what you use the shiny and Wumbo aura belt with, and you put these other resources together to make this potion. What does this potion do? Well, it can make anything into shiny Wumbo except limited and exotic. If you hover over, it actually tells you the percentage. When you're crafting it, you have a 94% chance of it being tier 1, which you can only use uncommon to legendary rarity. Then you have a 5.95% chance of it upgrading into a mythic shiny Wumbo potion, which you only use on mythic units, and then a 0.05% chance of it being a secret shiny Wumbo potion, which you can obviously use on any secret unit. I will go over these after I'm done with the rest of the recipes. Next, you have a secret formula reroll. These are pretty good. As you can see, they're pretty cheap to make. They cost 200 trait rerolls, and they take 12 hours to make, which is a long time. So if you're free to play and don't have the passes, this is definitely worth your while to get. But what's even more worth your while is the last one. A Neptune's Crown reroll is so unbelievably good. This is beyond good. And for free-to-play players, this is still very good. You guys can make this, and it's not that hard to make. It does take a lot of trait rerolls, but it's better than 10,000 trait rerolls. This is so much better than the Neptune's Pity. It's not even funny. So it does take 40 hours to make though, so keep that in mind. But besides that, I highly recommend working towards this if you want Neptune's Crown or are missing a lot of Neptune's Crown units like I personally am. I'm not going to work on this yet, but I definitely am going to be working on this soon. So let's go over the Shiny Wumbo Potion real quick. If we go over to unit index, you guys can see that there are some units that are lower rarity that don't have shiny Wumbo variants, like the baby prunes. But now with this update, you can make baby prunes shiny Wumbo, and that's not a joke. You actually can, which is insanely cool. And then there's something bigger. Let's say there are some limited units like Bang Geek SpongeBob you don't have shiny Wumbo of. Well, now you can upgrade him to shiny Wumbo. And same with Tango Karen, doesn't have variants, but now you can make her shiny Wumbo. the Band Geek Mr. Krabs, Band Geek Mr. Puff, or any Band Geek at all, you can also upgrade into Shiny Wumbo, even if you just have the base variant. Same with any of the past units like Bubbles the Dolphin, GG Rock, or even Caveman SpongeBob can be Shiny Wumbo now, which is insanely cool. I have some Caveman, so I will be upgrading him to Shiny Wumbo. If you guys would like a video on that, I will show that off later. And now you can do it with also Hibernation Sandy and Equixter, so that's pretty interesting. You can also do it with Lord Poltergeist, stuff like that, if you don't have them Shiny Wumbo. And Sir SpongeBob, which I will be doing Shiny Wumbo on because I don't actually own the Shiny Wumbo. And you can obviously do it with every single secret in the game. So which one should you guys focus on when it comes to secrets for Shiny Wumbo? Now, when it comes to usability, you should probably go for King Jellyfish, Squidosaurus Rex, Dungeon Master, maybe even Dream Gary, things like that. However, I would like to put out that Squidosaurus Rex is currently very accessible in the chests and stuff like that, so I wouldn't be too hastily on using a potion on him. I would rather use that potion someone like King Jellyfish, which is way harder to get, especially Shiny Wumbo. And by the way, King Jellyfish is a very slept on unit that is easily in the top 3 best secrets in the entire game, in my personal opinion. It is a very, very powerful unit that people should invest in. Next, Dungeon Master, obviously people are going to put Shiny Wumbo in anyways, so also if any of you guys actually have Shiny Wumbos, I would recommend trading for them now because they're obviously going to drop value, so keep that in mind. You can obviously get Alaskan Bullworm, Shiny Wumbo, and stuff like that, and yeah. However, I want to note for the devs and Zach that there is something that is overlooked a little bit, which is originally we were going to be able to get potions for exotic units and limited units, but they decided to remove them to conserve rarity for certain units, like obviously Olympian SpongeBob. You should not be able to use your potions on. However, I would like to note that we should have those potions. However, again, we should not be able to allow to use them for certain units. Bring the exotic Shiny Wumbo potion back, but do not allow us to use it on Mega Hydra Care because, you know, it's a pay to win, you know, unit. But they said that the other exotic units are going to be craftable, so we should be able to use the Shiny Wumbo potions on them also. So we should bring it back. And for limited units like Secret Agent Star and the Moth, we can't actually use Shiny Wumbo on, but there is no variant for them. There's no Shiny Wumbo variant for them, doesn't exist. So we should be able to use the potions on these 2 limited units, in my personal opinion. Oh, and also Cuddly Hugs, we should be able to use Shiny Wumbo potion on also. Anyways, that's that. I think that's actually it for this update. Let me give you guys my honest opinion and review. Comment down below what you guys think of the update, but personally, I think this is a super good update. I think this is actually the type of stuff they should be moving toward. This is the updates they should be doing. I think this is a very good update in my personal opinion when it comes to crafting. Obviously not when it comes to this, but this was already a thing before. They just added the actual reward to it. But I'm telling you right now, this is a very good update, and I love this update so much. Please keep building off of the crafting updates. Please keep building off the free-to-play. This is so good, and I actually think this is, like, in my personal opinion, the best and most healthy updates out of all the updates so far. Crafting update is 10 out of 10, kind of, in my opinion. It's near perfect, and I think they need to continue improving on it and making it better and better. I love this update a lot. Also, if you guys want me to bring forth my idea on how to make trading an actually really good feature and not boring and tedious as trading currently is, I have a really good idea that I would like to make a video on later to showcase something that people have never thought of in Roblox games before when it comes to trading. I think trading in Roblox games is done very poorly and lazily. I have an idea that I think could be super good, and if Zach and the devs do want to hear my idea about it, I would gladly make a YouTube video and tell the community and the devs about it. I think it's a really good idea, and it could definitely be stolen by a bunch of other Roblox games because I think it's a really good idea. Anyways, like and subscribe, all the stuff. See you guys in the next video. Oh, and make sure you guys check out this really sick outro.
I'll destroy everything.